So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront, and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. How are you? Come on in here. Well, happy Holy Week. A week between Palm Sunday and Easter Sunday is going on right now. Of course, if you go down to Daytona Beach, look at the kids down there, it's like, holy, what is happening here week? Ooh, wow. They're just kids having fun. Leave them alone. Me too. I'm just a big kid having fun doing what I do. I'm the boss of me. I can, and I'm having more fun than some people say I should be allowed to have, but I don't care. Good to have you. My name is Scott Smith. Thanks for stopping into the Daily Boost today. What is this show about, by the way? If it's your first time or you're trying to figure me out, good luck with that. I've been doing this 20 years. Good luck with that, okay? Here's what it's about. Okay, first off, I don't call myself a life coach. I don't have a business card that calls me that. I've never been certified in life coaching. I don't do that. I thought about it at one time, but I didn't like it because I didn't like keeping you broken all the time. I didn't like saying, you're broke. Let's ask you some questions and see if we can talk through this and let you figure out the answer. I don't like to do that. I never like to do that. And that's not what you're going to get today either. So if you're looking for that, that's somebody else. I don't do that thing. I don't hang out with life coaches. I don't understand it. Here's what I do understand. I like to hold a mirror up in front of you. I like to make you so aware of what's going on, the stuff you don't want to pay attention to. See, most people contact me for coaching. It's like they already know what the problem is. They just won't admit it. So I'm just going to say on this podcast, I'm going to hold the mirror up in front of you and make you pay attention to what you're doing, which you know anyway, and try to get you to admit it. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. You have to make a change, right? Then once you do, you're like, well, what change do I make? Well, so the mirror is there, then I become the mentor. And as I go through the process, maybe we'll learn something today. Wow, I've never said that before, but that's what I do. Notes from Scott is an email I send a couple of days a week. I say I don't bother with it. Last week I didn't send any. So if you didn't get it, it's because I didn't send it. Why? I'm an AI first kind of guy. I embrace the AI workflows and it's just amazing how it is these days. I used to use automation. I used to send them myself. But this time I hired myself a robot. I said, hey, robot, send these out next week and just send it. Don't write it, but send what I wrote. You know it didn't listen to me. It just didn't. So you didn't get your email. Sorry. This week, I'll send it myself. So you get your email. So this morning, a funny story. We were in the sauna today at the gym. and working out with my buddies over there. And I got with my friend Daniel. Daniel said, I'm just going to stretch and go in the sauna. I said, that's my kind of workout. Let's go. And so I stretched with him and I went in the sauna. And then my other buddies are in there. We got into this philosophical conversation. Now, it wasn't that hot, and that's good too, because we were there 42 minutes. And we just saved the world. We solved every single problem. We were a little bit combative. We had some fun with it. It was kind of fun. But I walked out of it thinking, man, I wish I could have that conversation every single day. And as I was in the conversation, I was thinking back to some studying I'd done and some lessons I had learned. And I brought this in the conversation with them. There's a psychiatrist. His name was Aaron Beck, way back in the 60s. And his deal was to help depressed patients. So he was expecting to find, I guess, what he would call repressed anger. Listen, I don't have those credentials, okay? Just good a minute. I've read the books, but I didn't go to that school, all right? Repressed anger. He found something different instead. What he found was something I do know all about, and that's all stinking thinking. Just bad thinking, not stupid thinking. No, stinking thinking. Perfectly intelligent people running these mental programs that were so distorted they were making themselves miserable and they didn't even know it. Am I preaching the choir now? I mean, it is Holy Week. We probably ought to, right? Seriously, you probably know somebody just like that. And in fact, if you're here today, you might have looked in the mirror and said, that's me, man. Mental programs so distorted, making yourself miserable and don't even know it. Miserable? That's a new word. Write it down. So he started writing down patterns himself. Humans are patterns. Your brain's all about patterns. What I do for a living is all about pattern recognition and catching those gaps and those voids in between. That's what I do. So you come to me and you talk to me a little bit, I'm going to spot patterns you can't see. Turned out most humans run the same broken loops. You might have heard that before. He called it cognitive behavioral therapy. CBT. Just kind of put that together. I'm just saying. People in the lab coats got real excited. And a lot of research began to happen. So what came out kind of the other end were some of the most kind of practical rules for living your life with your head on straight and feeling put together. And wouldn't that be a great place to be? And what's neat about the time we're living in right now is, I mean, it's kind of confusing. AI is just accelerating so much information. You can get so much with ChatGPT and everything else now. A lot of this stuff has been around for decade after decade. One of the places that I arrive, having done this show now 20 years and done this work for longer than that, back in the beginning, it was hard to pull this information together. It was hard to get this stuff to shoot back 50 or 60 years and recognize something. That before all the computers, before all the imaging machines, before all that stuff, there were people figuring out how we work. So don't think it's brand new. This has been going on forever. Humans are humans. But what are some of let's give a short version maybe of some of the rules of life to living a happy life, to enjoying yourself. I've got a couple of them here. I actually had like 6 this morning and I stole a couple from a friend. So we got 10. Number 1, your thoughts are not facts. What? There's some people who argue that point for sure. I've seen them on TV. I've seen them on the news, typically the news stations. That's just because you think it's not a fact, man. Let that sink in for a second. Now, most people listening to this program will agree with me on that. Of course not. Thoughts are not facts. But however, if you're a little checked out or a little distracted or a little confused, or maybe you feel depressed yourself, you may think your thoughts are in fact what the facts are. They're not. Number 2.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Hi, this is Zoe Deutsch.
And Nick Robinson. Our brand new movie, Voicemails for Isabel, is all about those little moments that feel like the universe is looking out.
Feeling homesick, then your sister calls.
Hearing that perfect song exactly when you need it. Sometimes life rigs things in our favor, like learning about your new favorite rom-com, Voicemails for Isabel. Now playing only on Netflix.
Feelings are information. They are not instructions. Oh, man. I could point to so many people who are using feelings as instructions. This is how I feel. This is what I'm going to do. Feelings said I need to go through this way. How's that working out for you? I'm not trying to be mean here. But think about this. Feelings are just information coming into you, and you got to kind of interpret it and figure out what you're supposed to do with them. They're not the actual instructions. Let me ask you a question. How many times in your life have you felt a certain way and taken a certain action and you have regretted it? Welcome to the world of Scott logic. I'm not going to beat up the world and say it should be different. I'm going to say this is how it is. Let's work in between the lines. That's why I hold a mirror in front of you. Let's figure out how it actually works and find where we fit in. Number 3, your brain invented a catastrophe this morning. Did you feel that? You got out of bed like, oh my gosh. Maybe some bad dreams. Everything's terrible. You woke up on the bad side of the bed. Didn't even matter. It's like, man, my world fell apart this morning. Guess what? Your brain was wrong. It's just wrong. Now, by the way, I know sometimes there are catastrophes. Things happen. I get it. You do too. But how many times did you make it up and it became just something so big and so crazy and so catastrophic and it wasn't even real? It's happened, right? Not to you. That guy next to you. Look in the car. He's right there. That's him. That guy right there. 4, the story you told yourself about what is happening is what happened. So there you go. The story you told yourself about what is happening is what happened to you. Didn't happen to me. We could be in the same spot, doing the same thing, experience the same stuff. It's still different for me than it is for you. The story you told yourself is what happened, but it's just yours. Keep that in mind. What else? Number 5, you are not your thoughts. Huh? But you are the one watching them go by. You got a front row ticket to your thoughts, don't you? You're not your thoughts at all. It's just your brain is just doing things. That's what your brain does. A lot of reasons for it. That's why you got to take control of those thoughts. You got to pause a little bit. You got to know where you stand. We take you through the Daily Awareness Diary. The reason I do this kind of mirrored approach during personal growth is very simply because your thoughts are going so fast that you don't pay attention to it. And if I can mirror you and show you what's actually happening and let you see it, you wake up pretty fast. Always and never are almost always wrong. Ever noticed that one? Always and never, almost always wrong. There's nothing that's always and nothing that's never. Someplace in between. The problem is we don't know when, right? We control a lot of it. We certainly can. That's exactly a lot of the work I do around here, trying to understand that we're always on this cliff of always and never. We're going to get pushed off. Sometimes it just happens. We just want to make sure you have a bungee cord or something so you don't hit the bottom. Number 7. Most problems look different at 2 p.m. than they did at 2 a.m. Man, overnight, there's a lot of theory behind this. I don't have time to go into it today, but there's a lot of theory about why you're all freaked out in the middle of the night. Everything is worse in the middle of the night. If you get sick, the cold's going to be worse in the middle of the night. If you got a problem at work, it's going to be worse at 2 o'clock in the morning. Go ahead and Google that or go chat that, whatever you want to do. There's a lot of talk that we can have about that one. That's not my thing. I just know anything pops in my head at 2 o'clock in the morning, may as well just go back to sleep. It'll be nicer at 2 p.m. Number 8, changing what you do changes how you feel, not the other way around. Action precedes everything. A lot of people will try to think their way out of it. Stand up, take a step, repeat. Well, let me think about that, Scott. I sat on my keyboard. I wrote a few thoughts. No, get off your butt and move. Changing what you do changes how you feel, not the other way around. If you feel bad today, don't try to change your feelings. Go do something different. Just do something different. I don't care what it is. Doesn't matter. Just do something different. I call it wind therapy in the motorcycle. There are some days when I just want to be on that bike and just go. Oh, yeah, sometimes people are trying to kill me on that bike. No, I take it back. They're all trying to kill me. But you know what? It keeps me wide awake. And if they kill me, I won't know the difference anyway. Made me feel better, though. Number 9. You can't think your way out of a feeling, but you can think your way through one. A lot of my work around here, dealing with folks throughout the course of the week, is just that. You'll hear it on my coaching calls, my inner circle calls. Some people just kind of poo-poo these calls, but we actually work through things in a very, very deep way. And what happens is you have a chance to work through it, get a new frame, see it differently. That's what it's all about. Finally, do I have one more here? I think I do. The middle thought is usually the true one. Just like me, I'm the middle child. I'm always the right one. Just how it works, right? your middle thought is usually the true one. The first one is just fear of wearing a hat. That fear thing is crazy and it's scary stuff. So, Aaron Beck didn't invent wisdom at all. I mean, he wrote it down, a lot of it, about what people were doing wrong, and he gave it a name, that's all. Your brain's pretty remarkable. It's also trying to protect you from threats that stopped existing 40 years ago. Oh my God, it happened to me when I was 17. It's still happening now. Time to update your software, kids. Your brain, stinking thinking. Time to get out of here.